Welcome to another video on my YouTube channel where I help you simplify your journey into tech. In this video today, I've been really excited about recording this one. I actually tried to record it last week. A lot of stuff got fucked up, but we're here now. In this video, we're going to be listening to a video from one of my mentors, Patrick Bet-David, talk about the dangers of overemployment. And I'm going to be giving my opinion on overemployment. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it right? Is it wrong? Is it shady? All these things. So we're going to be talking about a guy, or he's going to be talking about a guy who was caught working at 4 to 6 companies all at once, lying, changing his resume, all these kinds of things. He's going to give his opinion. I'm going to be pausing it throughout, giving my opinion, and I'm going to give you the definitive answer on whether or not you should or should not be working overemployment, and if you're going to do it, the proper way to go about doing it. So let's jump in.
So a founder entrepreneur exposes a previous employee at his company and he puts it out on Twitter and it goes viral. 23 million views. Here's what he had to say. There's a guy named Sohan Parekh in India who works at 3 to 4 startups at the same time. He's been preying on YC companies and more. Beware. I fired this guy in his first week and told him to stop lying, scamming people. He hasn't stopped a year later.
Okay, so right off the bat, there's a guy in India. Okay, so he's in India, right? So he's not in America. That's one thing. Who's worked at 3 to 4 startups at the same time. The other thing is he's working at startups, working at a company, working at a startup. These are not the same things. Okay. Preying on YC companies more, beware. Fired this guy in his first week and told him to stop lying, scamming people. He hasn't stopped a year later. No more excuses. Notice they're calling him out for lying. Okay. Being overemployed is working multiple jobs. Lying is being dishonest. These are not the same things. Okay. Let's keep going.
Later, no more excuses. Now you may be watching this and say, Pat, give me a break. Maybe the guy was doing it right. What's wrong with him having multiple jobs? You should give him a break. This guy's maybe telling the truth. He's now come out asking people, please, can I change? Is there anything I can do about it? And when the guy posts his name out there, a bunch of entrepreneurs that hired this guy as well started saying things. He said, this guy's such a liar that he would change his resume, put different job postings, recreate a different profile with a company. He says, one time we said, where are you based out of? I'm out of US. He sent him a laptop. The guy sent him a laptop. He sent it to his sister's house who's living in the US. This guy's in India. Such a big fraudster of a thing that happened here. But is it really on this guy or is it on the employers?
Again, I want you to notice the language. Liar, fraudster. A liar and a fraudster is totally separate from someone who is overemployed. Okay. I'm just going to give my take in advance. There's nothing wrong with overemployment. Okay. If you can be twice as productive as the next person, then go for it. Right. The job market needs you. The issue is lying about it. The issue is being dishonest about it. The issue is signing up, sitting on these people's payroll and doing nothing and not solving a problem and not bringing value. That is different than overemployment.
That are hiring can, because this happened to me a handful of times, and I'm going to share about a few things you can do as an entrepreneur. If you get value out of this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Here's how simple it is for me when it comes to work from home. If you're so good at working from home, start a business. If you're such a good disciplined person working from home that you won't go to TV, watch Netflix, go to the parade, hang out, bring your girl over, do so many great things. If you're so great at it, start a damn business. Forget about having a job working from home.
Now you can tell that Mr. Bet-David here has been burned and is scorned and has a personal history with people lying and defrauding him and working multiple jobs while working at his company. So I'm noticing some defensiveness here. That's just a small thing, but let's keep going.
From home. Do it for yourself. Be a solopreneur. You're such a great disciplined person. You ought to be able to do it. Now, a lot of people get back. Give me a break. Some of us don't have the money. I started a business. I don't have any money. You're claiming you're so disciplined. Then do it, because in my opinion, and I've hired many, it works very rarely. It's worked for me with a few people, but most of the time, I'm not a fan of work from home. Working from home mainly benefits the one working from home. Let me say it one more time. Working from home mainly benefits the one working from home. Watch this. So this is the guy, right? That he said, well, I needed the jobs. You don't understand. I was working 140 hours a week for all the companies and all these other founders of this different companies that hired him. You know, one of them from Anti-Metal, Fleet AI, Lindy, Create, Synthesia, Work. All of them said, reported quickly, quick hires followed by rapid terminations once the overlap and underperformance became clear. Like the moment we hired him and all of a sudden he's not doing the job, boom, fired him. But
so first thing here, if you're going to, here's what I tell people. people are in such a rush to work multiple jobs and become overemployed and make $100,000, $200,000, $300,000. And if that's what you want to do, go for it. But bro, you first have to be good at working one job. The first goal is to get the job. The second job is to keep the job. The third job is to get the second job, if that makes sense. And so this guy, where he messed up is he went into these companies and was underperforming from day fucking one. What a bro, you don't qualify, right? You're gonna, like, you try to do the overemployment thing so much that you shoot yourself in the foot, and now not even one company wants to hire you. Okay. So again, there's overemployment, and then there's just not doing any work whatsoever. These two things are not the same. Okay. So if you're going to do this, first get one job and work that job for 6 to 12 months. Okay. Work that job for 6 to 12 months. Show up to your meetings, do all the work you need to do. Don't ruffle any feathers. That's step one. I do not recommend going about it the way this guy went about it.
This guy's going to prey on other people. There's thousands of small businesses they can rip off with a nice fancy resume that are not going to call the references, and the references could be a cousin or somebody you pay $50 to go give a good reference. Oh yeah, let me tell you, workers did a great job at coding and all this stuff. You simply give them a script. Can you give them a script on what to do when somebody calls a reference call so I can give to my boss? It's not hard to do nowadays. Everything is easy, right? When you're going through it. Here's what he said in an interview. He admitted the truth. He had multiple jobs, working approximately 140 hours a week, driven by dire financial necessity, not greed. He said he personally wrote all the code and didn't count on any other engineers or AI. Really? Yeah. Listen, he got a job offer to go.
He's probably lying the same way he lied about changing his name on his resume, and the same way he lied about working at other companies. So like, this guy has shot himself in the foot. And this is exactly what happens when you try to be overemployed and you're not even good enough to do one job, bro. So I do not recommend this, because you make everyone else look bad and you make yourself look terrible in the process.
Go work in San Francisco, $250,000 job offer that he said no to. You know why? Because it wasn't remote. You have to work out of an office. $250,000 your job. He said no to, because that company knew that they only wanted you to work from home. And imagine if they said yes. The way you automatically filter out BS is what? Work from the office. You give them the computer. I can track what you're doing on the computer. Anything else you do, it's on you. Now watch. A company said, look, there are so many stories like this. We're going to hire somebody to go catch all of them. This is a funny story. The guy doesn't give his real name, but they use the name Eric.
So watch this. Just so you know, a company said, hey, we want to find all of the people in our company that are working multiple jobs. So we're going to hire someone to pretend like they work here, and their real job is to find all the people working multiple jobs. Watch what happens. This is fucking hilarious.
Here. So a millennial named Eric, okay, gets a job, and his tech company hires this guy who's supposed to track down employees secretly working multiple jobs for this company. So he goes in and he starts tracking them. After tracking what everybody else is doing within the company, not nationwide or internationally or industry-wise, just for the small company that he was working for. This is his job description. Looking for workers who outsource their job responsibility to overseas contractors. Number 2, foreign actors who infiltrated companies by posting as legitimate hires and employ for the small company that it was.
Let me go back a bit, because again, I want to make a difference between overemployment, which is just working multiple jobs at once, and these things.
It's working for. This is his job description. Looking for workers who outsource their job responsibility to overseas.
Okay, overemployment, working multiple jobs. Workers who outsource their job responsibilities to overseas contractors. That is not overemployment. That is probably illegal, and that should and will get you fired. Okay, because you're now giving access to someone's to a company's private information, their data, to someone in another country who's totally unqualified, totally unfamiliar, and could be working with a competitor, right? So I do not condone this. This is a terrible idea.
Contractors. Number 2, foreign actors who infiltrated companies by posting as.
So these are people, foreign actors who are infiltrated companies by posing as legitimate hires. So meaning this is someone who's saying, hey, this is my name and these are my credentials, and they don't actually have those credentials, and that's not their fucking name. Okay, that is also different than overemployment. That is lying, that is misleading, and that is dishonest. Okay, but again, these are all separate things from overemployment that I keep pointing out.
Legitimate hires and employees secretly juggling multiple jobs without the company's approval.
Now, that is overemployment. Okay, employees secretly juggling multiple jobs without the company's approval. Now, one thing on one end, I would say, bro, this is your job. This is your employer. This is your boss. This is not your mother. Okay, they don't need to approve of everything that you do. Now, Would I recommend you going and working for a direct competitor? No. Like if you work at Coca-Cola, don't then go try to like be overemployed at Pepsi or, you know, like a direct competitor. Like you're at Wells Fargo, now you try to go to Bank of America. Like don't do that, bro. Like that is a conflict of interest at that point. But two totally different companies, two totally different industries that have nothing to do with one another. I am a fan of it as long as you can actually get the job done. You can show up, you can deliver value, you make all your meetings, you're an asset to the company. I am a fan of that, okay? And I would recommend that you're honest, but at the same time, I don't feel as though your boss needs you need approval. You know what I'm saying? You might as well get him to approve who you're going to marry or what time you go to bed or some other shit like that. Get the job done and no one cares is what I'm getting at.
You know what ended up happening after he started investigating it? After he started looking at everybody, he became so inspired that he started doing it himself. And then all of a sudden, he applied and landed multiple remote jobs at companies, bringing his combined annual income to roughly $300,000 a year. He said he only worked a couple hours a day across the jobs, yet made $300,000. Now, whose fault is this? Eric's fault? Is it?
So, in short, they hired a guy to find all the people working multiple jobs, to rat them out and snitch on them. And then this guy was so inspired at what he found that he said, fuck it, I'm going to work multiple jobs too. Bravo. Bravo. The experiment failed. Okay, the experiment failed. And so, again, this is why it goes back to, man, if I own a company and I have someone who's doing a terrible job and I had to choose between keeping this person or bringing in someone else who's going to do a great job and they just so happen to work somewhere else, I don't care, bro. Long as you get done what I need you to get done for me, it's all copacetic. Do your thing, bro. Take care of your family. Do what's best for you. Just do what it is that I expect that you do, that you are contractually obligated to do. Okay? That is the way to do it. Go about doing it.
This guy's fault. You know what's the worst thing about this guy? This face is going to be there forever. You know what it's like? You know that HR guy and the CEO? You know, the CEO guy with a beautiful wife at home with multiple kids. He's hugging the head of HR at a Coldplay conference that even the Coldplay guy's like, either they're shy or they're cheating, right? They're both married.
Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
You know how many people now that's a meme. At baseball games, everybody's making fun of them for the rest of your life. He's probably going to get so much play from other girls. Oh my God, he is such a rebel. I like him. Hey, are you willing to hug me from the back and all this bullshit? But you know what's going to follow him forever? His reputation. Forever. This is forever. Forever. It's reputation. Who the hell is going to hire somebody like this? And he's going to try to, I hope he saved a lot of it. He better become a small business owner learning how to make money. Because in life, we make mistakes. I'm not saying you're trying to make mistakes and we all walk and learn. Not at all. We make mistakes. But this kind of a mistake, is it a crime? Depends. If you're in financial services, you have to give an OBA, outside business activity.
I don't think this guy made a mistake. I think he's just wildly incompetent. I think that he actually does not have any of the skills that he's looking for. Because if you had one job that you got hired at, and you got fired. If you got fired, it sounds like he got fired from all six. If you got fired from all six, bro, that means you weren't bringing any value to any of them. Okay, this guy's just wildly incompetent. I don't see this as a mistake. I don't see this as a moral failing. I think that he's just an opportunist and that the marketplace is set up in such a way that it is favorable for people doing things like this. I just think that he's a fraud. I think he's a liar. I think that he's a terrible employee. And I think that he makes it look terrible for everyone else, but there is a way to go about doing this. And contractors and consultants do it all the time, right?
With you, whatever job I had to report it to my branch office manager. If I have my Series 766 3126 securities, that is a crime. That is something they can fine you on. Is he committing a crime? No. Now watch this pattern here. What we'll learn. So as you're going through the story, a couple other stories comes out. You hear about the overemployment, that, oh my God, people are getting multiple jobs. And in 2024, research came from sidehustle.com, found that 1/3 of remote workers maintain multiple jobs, and 25% of employees hold multiple positions, averaging 50 hours per week across their roles. So you read these stories, right? And more people that are doing multiple jobs are women than men. It's 26% of women and only 18% of men. And then it comes to this one story, which I love. His name is Dmitry Zaitsev, founder of talent management companies Dandelion Civilization. He said this to CNBC. Silicon Valley's obsession with productivity metrics and fast hiring has.
All right, I'm going to skip this part because I don't care.
Calls were being made for months. Like, we're hiring people without reference calls. Yes. So impressive. What secretly lazy guy? Did you call the reference? Not because it's efficient, because no one is true. Secretly lazy guy. Was so impressive. Was secretly lazy guy. Did you call the reference? Of course I did. And finally, I went and looked in myself and I said, so tell me about it. No reference calls were being made for months. Like, we're hiring people without reference calls. Yes. What are you talking about? Yes. Another thing happened to me. I've been around for a while, guys. I had one of my engineers who I hired. let's say he's working out of, I don't want to say the place, let's just say he's working out of Arizona. Without telling anybody, he had moved to Nevada. His whole family moved to Nevada. Didn't tell us for months. This guy, we're paying a W-2 salary, full-blown W-2 salary. Benefits, equity, everything would treat them royally. He's only required to come here once every other month. Now, I find that through somebody else that he's not there anymore, not internally here in the company. We're on a Zoom. And I just wanted to look at his eyes to see if he would be honest with me. If he would have told me the truth, I would have kept him. And I said, so how are things?
Notice what he just said. Had he told me the truth, I would have kept him. Translation, I don't care that this guy moved. I don't care that he's working multiple jobs. I care that he lied about it. I care that he lied about it. Okay? Let's finish the story and then we're going to finish the video.
In Arizona, I know for a fact he's gone, not because of social media sites, but I know for a fact, like it's not, I know 100% he's gone, and I know he's got another job, so he's trying to do both jobs. This is a multi-six-figure salary. And he says, oh, things are great here in Arizona. I was like, really? Yeah, very good in Arizona. I'm like, fantastic. That's great to hear. That was his last day. We kept him for a few more weeks, but I know I could never trust him. Now, here's the thing. In his eyes, he may think that he fooled us and he got a couple salary, but I will never give him a good reference if he ever wanted one. If he says, I don't give a shit about getting your reference, I totally get it. But you know who won't give you a reference? You know who? That matters the most? The man in the mirror won't give you a reference. You can fool me. You can fool hundreds of different employers. You can fool a bunch of different people. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you don't respect yourself because you're a con. You can fool other people. That's a very difficult person to be with. And if you can do that, more power to you. Many of us can't do it. You mean to tell me you're fooling 4 or 5 different companies that you got a job to do something like this? Are we supposed to say it's his fault? Yeah, I mean, he's embarrassed publicly. The only reason the guy who posted the tweet, if you want to go read the whole tweet, go to my profile and go all the way down and look for this guy's tweet so you can read it. The best part about this tweet is the comment section. He posts the guy's resume and then he goes in and one guy says the following, that why do you feel moonlighting is wrong? If he aced the interviews and was the best, so you hired him, what's wrong with that? He responds, gets nothing done, made up constant lies, corroborated by 6 other companies. The tweet.
So again, gets nothing done, made up constant lies, corroborated with 6 other companies. Like, he gets nothing done. He's not productive. He's not adding value. Made up constant lies. I don't care who you are. No one likes to be lied to. And I don't genuinely believe anyone feels good about themselves lying to others. Okay. So let me just bring myself up here. So that's really it. That's the end of this video, guys. Is working multiple jobs illegal? No. Is it immoral? No. If you're going to do it the right way, though. Like, get insanely good at one skill that you can then go take to a company and do your damned best at that job. Get things done. Become valuable. Okay. Show up to your meetings, do the work, do what they hired you to do, because no one's going to just allow you to sit on their payroll and do nothing. Right. That's asinine. Okay. Work that job for 6 to 12 months, get a good footing under you. Make sure you're good at what you do. Then start looking at job stacking. Okay. And all things, like, stop lying about it. Okay. Stop lying about it. Because if you think about it, guys, you have nothing to lose. Yep, if you already have an income and you're gainfully employed, then you go on an interview, right? You go on 10, 15, 20 interviews, and they say, hey, are you working anywhere else? Or they have an application, are you working anywhere else? Just say yes. You have nothing to lose. You already have employment. You're already employed. You already have an income. So there really is no need to lie. There is no need to lie. But again, before you start doing any of that, get your fucking job done. Do the one job you have now well before you ever start to think about being overemployed. Okay. But those are just my thoughts. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm really interested to know. Drop a comment below and let's start a discussion. Right. And I want you to share this with somebody who you think needs to hear it, who you think has an opinion, who you think has some insight that they want to share. And then lastly, okay, if you want to join RPA University, okay, the link is down below in the description. Only click that link and apply if you are serious. You've watched my videos. You've convinced yourself that I am the coach for you, right? And you want to get into tech and you want to use RPA and you want to job stack and you're somebody who's serious about taking their time back so they can have time and money to invest in their family instead of one or the other. So till next episode, I've been your host, AD, the RPA guy. Drop a comment below. Peace.